Welcome back to my channel. My name is Onye, and today I'll be guiding you through a 45-minute Vinyasa flow. This is one of my favorite flows. My intention for today's practice is to support and focusing your energy, focusing your thoughts, focusing your attention into whatever is serving you and releasing whatever isn't. And so throughout today's practice, there may be moments where you feel challenged. How can you redirect your focus? How can you redirect your breath to your desired point of focus? So grab your yoga mat, a bolster, yoga blocks, anything that will support you in today's practice. I am just a guide. This is your practice, and I encourage you to do what feels good to your body. Find a comfortable seat. I invite you to close your eyes down. Take a deep inhale in and out through your nose. You can keep your hands facing the ground if you'd like to feel grounded, or palms facing up if you'd like to receive. Notice the breath moving in and out through your nose. Notice how your body is feeling in this moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. I invite you to set an intention for your own practice today. Maybe this intention will follow you throughout the week, throughout the month, or throughout the year. But I believe in the power of intention to be your guiding light, to be your point of focus. Let's begin. Move any props away from your yoga mat. Make sure you keep any props that you may need throughout the practice. I do invite you to have yoga blocks or any other tools that will support you. Start to sink your hips towards your heels, toes touching into a child's pose, stretching your arms forward, forehead to the mat. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Feel the air fill your lungs. Move your hands towards the right side of the mat as you place your left hand over your right to stretch the left side body. Walk your hands towards the left side of the mat. Place your right hand over your left and breathe here. Notice the difference from each side. On your next exhale, move back to the center into child's pose. On your next breath, press up into a tabletop, wrists, elbows, and shoulder in line, knees underneath the hips. Inhale your right hand up. Exhale, thread the needle underneath your left shoulder 3 times. On the third one, place your shoulder down onto the mat, right ear on the mat, and extend your left hand overhead, threading the needle. Breathe here. Feel the extension of your left shoulder. Return your left hand to your face as you press into the mat. Inhale your right hand back up. Exhale, place it back down. Inhale your left hand up. Thread the needle underneath your right shoulder. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale 1 more time. Exhale, thread the needle. Place your left ear onto the mat. Right hand extends overhead. Feel the sensation in your left shoulder. Shift your right hand in front of you as you press up. Inhale your left hand up. Place it back down into a tabletop. Next few breaths, start to move intuitively and just notice how your body feels. Find your stillness. Drop the belly, lift your gaze into a cow. Exhale, push into the mat, round the back into a cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, push into the mat, round your back. Inhale and move in with your own breath, your own time. Maybe start to make some movement, some circles with the hips. Maybe look left and right over each shoulder, warming up the spine. Shift your weight forward and back. Flip your hands to face your knees. Sit back towards your heels as you pedal one hand and then the other to stretch out the back of your wrists. Drop the belly, round the back. And then you can flip your hands to face the outside and shift your weight side to side. On the next breath, flip your hands, your palms facing up, hands facing your knees. Feel the stretch on the outside of your wrists. Shift your weight from side to side, and then return back to a neutral position. Tuck your toes, sit back onto your heels to stretch the soles of your feet. Maybe close your eyes down, palms facing up, laying on your thighs. Take a deep breath here, in and out through the nose. Welcome the sensations along the soles of your feet. Notice where your mind goes off to. Can you bring it back to your intention? Maybe even back to your breath. You got this. Shift forward, place your hands back onto the mat. Release the feet. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back. Start to pedal your feet left and right, stretching out the backs of your legs. It's the first downward dog of the session. Be gentle, be intentional. Press into your hands every single finger as the creases of your elbows face each other. Find a stillness as you inhale your right leg up and back. Bend into your right knee. Your heel moves towards your glutes to open that right hip. Start to make some circles, one direction, 3 times. And then reverse directions, 1 and 2 and 3. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee to open the hip one more time. Inhale to straighten and square. Exhale, right foot goes in between the hands. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Sink your hips low to a low lunge as you inhale your arms up. Take a breath here. Engage the core. Gaze looks slightly up. Open up the hands as if you're holding a beach ball or telling the world, what do you have for me? Wrap your left hand under, right hand over, giving yourself a hug. Lean back on the inhale. Continue the wrap to eagle of the arms. Again, your point of focus as you inhale to lean back. Exhale, you fold forward. Elbows over the right knee. Release the arms down. Inhale your right hand up. Twist to the right side. Release the right hand down. Pivot your left leg as you inhale your left hand up, twisting to the left side. Find your breath. Feel the opening in your hips as you release the left hand down. Pivot your leg back to its original position. Tuck the back toes. Right foot meets the left. You're at a plank. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Heels move towards the mat. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Left heel moves towards the glutes as you make some circles in one direction. 3, and then reverse directions for 1, 2, 3. Inhale your left leg up and back, straighten and square. Bend into that left knee as you move forward. Place your left leg in between the hands. Right knee drops. Untuck the back toes. Inhale the arms up into your low lunge. Open up the arms, bend into your elbows as you lean back again. Imagine a beach ball is in your arms. Hug yourself with the right hand under, left hand over. Continue the wrap into eagle of the arms as you lean back. Exhale, fold over your left knee. Find your breath. Release the arms down. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale your left hand down. Pivot your right leg as you inhale your right hand up. Open up to the right side. Release that right hand down. Pivot your right foot back to its original position. Step back to find a tabletop. Pause here as you sink your hips towards your heels. Roll forward and back. Roll forward and back. Articulating your spine as you roll forward and back. Inhale to roll forward. Exhale to sit back. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale to bring it in between the hands. Drop the back leg as you sit your hips back towards your left heel, finding a half split. You can point and flex your right foot. If you have blocks, I invite you to place blocks underneath your hands to allow for more space. Start to walk forward, bend into that right knee. Tuck the back toes, lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, bring your left foot in between the hands, drop your right knee. Sit your hips back towards your right heel, straighten the front leg, point and flex in your half split. Notice your breath, notice the sensations within this leg as you move forward, bend into that left leg, tuck the back toes, lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Start to walk, baby step towards the top of your mat, finding a forward fold. Find the opposite elbows and swing from side to side like a rag doll. Micro bend in your knees, feet firmly planted on the mat. Release your arms down. Straighten your legs as you come to a halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, release, sit down. Release the head and neck. Inhale back up to a halfway lift. You can place your hand onto the shins or your thighs and release down to a forward fold. Inhale to rise, arms wide. Exhale, hands to the center of your chest, Anjali Mudra. Release the hands down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Maybe close your eyes down. Inhale your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, lean towards the right side. Switch arms, switch the bind, lean towards the left side. Release, come back up, extend the arms up, release back down, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, release, place your hands onto the mat, step back one leg, then the other to a plank. Pause here as you lower down slowly all the way down. Arms come out wide as you tense your fingers. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to release the top half of your body down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up into a baby cobra. Engage your glutes. Release down. Inhale to come back up. Engage your quads, hands. Exhale, release, press up and back to a child's pose. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Walk 2 steps to the top of your mat. Press into your shins into a halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bring the arms down towards the center of your chest. Release down to mountain pose, Tadasana, eyes closed. Inhale your arms up. Release to a forward fold. Hands touch the mat. Step back to a plank. Exhale down onto the mat. Toes untucked. Inhale to a baby cobra. Release on the exhale. Press up into a full cobra on the inhale. released back down onto the mat. Tuck your back toes. Press your hips back towards your heels. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Find your breath. Find your intention. Take one giant step towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale here to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold over, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step, walk, or jump back to bent elbows. Rise to an upward facing dog as you press your hands onto the mat. Glutes engaged. Tuck your toes, flip over to a downward facing dog. Shoulders moving towards the mat. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale to straighten and square. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to straighten and square. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, place your right foot in between your hands. Ground your feet. Inhale your arms up to a high lunge. Bend into those elbows. You've been here before. Lean back as you give yourself a hug. Left arm under, right arm over. Continue the wrap of the eagle arms. Fold over your right knee. Breathe here. Find your point of focus. Release the arms down. Inhale your right hand up. Twist to the right side. Exhale the right hand down. Drop the back heel as you inhale your left hand up. Opening up to the left side, you can shift your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhale to a warrior two. Right heel bisects the left foot. Lean forward on the inhale, exhale, reverse your warrior. You can place your left hand at your thigh, shin, or be around your back. Please avoid the knee. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale to lean forward, shift back to reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg as you start to shift your left hip back. Lean forward to a triangle, Trikonasana. Turn your navel and chest upwards, gaze looks up. Look towards your right foot as you bend into that right knee. Keep your right arm on the mat or a yoga block as you swing your left arm down and around to hover over your left ear to an extended side angle. Inhale your right arm up to meet your right ear. Engage the core. Feel the fire as you flip and pivot your back foot to face the mat. Arms still reaching up. Exhale the arms down. Take one step slightly forward as you bend into that back knee and lift your left leg up to a standing split. You can use your hands on the mat or a block to support. Drop your left foot to meet the right at the top of the mat. Find a ragdoll once again. As you sit your hips down and back to a chair, give yourself a hug. Within that chair, sink your hips a bit lower. On the exhale, release everything and fold over your legs to a forward fold. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands to meet at the chest. I invite you to close your eyes down as you inhale your arms back up. Exhale to forward fold. Place your hands onto the mat. Take one step back with one foot. The other foot meets. Find a plank. Shift your weight forward and back. As you exhale, bend into your elbows. Press up into an upward facing dog. Thighs off the mat. Flip your toes over as you lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale to bend into your left knee. Inhale to straighten and square. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale to your left elbow. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose and hover here. And then place your left foot in between your hands as you rise to a high lunge. Bend into your elbows. There goes that beach ball again. Give yourself a hug, right arm under, left arm over. Ground your feet into the mat. Continue the wrap to eagle of the arms. Inhale to lean back. Exhale to fold over your left leg. Release the arms down. Inhale your left arm up. Twist towards the left side. Exhale to release. Drop the back heel as you inhale your right hand up. Inhale to find a warrior 2. Again, the front heel bisects the back foot. Arms out wide. Inhale to lean forward. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Inhale back to your warrior 2. And reverse your warrior on the exhale. Inhale back to your warrior 2. Straighten that front leg. Start to reach and shift your right hip towards the back as you tilt over to your triangle. Again, you can place a block underneath your left hand. Look towards your left toes. Bend into your left foot and you swing your right arm down and around to an extended side angle. Maybe even lift your bottom arm. Engage the core and flip to face the mat. Pivot the back foot. Take a small step forward as you bend into your right knee to lift your right foot into a standing split. Release your right foot to meet the left. Find a ragdoll, sway from side to side. And on your next breath, drop your hips down as if you're taking a seat to find a chair pose. Inhale your arms up. Feel the sensations within the thighs. Give yourself a hug. Once again, breathe here and then release. Let it all go into a forward fold. Sway from side to side. Release the head and neck. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Place the hands onto the mat. Step one foot back and then the other to find the plank. Bend into your elbows to a right angle. Flip your toes, push up into an upward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. You're doing amazing. Find a few breaths here. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale to bend into that right knee. Inhale your right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to nose. Hover, and then place your right foot in between your hands. Pause here. Inhale your arms up into your high lunge. Bend into your elbows. Give yourself a hug. Left arm under, right hand over. Continue the wrap of the eagle arms. Exhale to fold over your right knee. You've been here before. Release the hands down as you inhale your right hand up. Twist. Drop the right hand on the inside of your right foot. Drop that back heel. Inhale your left hand up. Rise up to a warrior 2. Inhale to lean forward. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Back to your warrior 2. Inhale to lean forward. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Straighten that front leg. Shift your left hip back as you lean forward and tilt into your triangle pose. Moving a little bit faster here. Look towards your right toes, bend into that right knee, place your right hand down. Swing your left arm down and forward to hover over your left ears, extended side angle. Inhale your right hand up to meet your right ear, engage the core. Release everything into a wide leg forward fold. Breathe here. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat as you bend into your right knee. Skandasana on the right side. Switch to your left and back to your right and back to your left. Pause here as you bring your toes, your right toes towards the sky. That your left heel can be on the mat or hovering, depending on your flexibility. Straighten your left leg, move to the right side, bend into that right knee, left toes towards the sky. You can point and flex your left toes. Skandasana on the right side. Press into the mat as you pivot to look toward the top of your mat into a runner's lunge. Step forward, left leg to meet the right into a forward fold. Again, release your head and neck. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, sit your hips back as you sit into a chair, arms rise. Shift your weight onto your right leg as you cross your left leg over the right knee. On the next breath, wrap your left arm under, right arm over. Continue the wrap into eagle of the arms. Now you're in a full eagle. Maybe sit your hips a little bit lower. Straighten your right leg as you lift your left knee up and start to shift your weight to a warrior 3, keeping the eagle of the arms. Find your balance. You can release the wrap and find a prayer pose at the chest or arms alongside you, airplane. Step your left leg back. Find a high lunge here. Release the arms down. Step your right leg back to a plank. Bend into your elbows. Flip your toes. Engage the glutes up to an upward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Go back to your intention. Go back to your breath. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Inhale to straighten that square. Exhale, place your left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise. Bend into your elbows here. Give yourself a hug, right arm under, left arm over. Continue the wrap into eagle of the arms. Fold over that left leg on the exhale. Release the arms down. Inhale your left arm up. Drop that back heel as you inhale your right hand up. Left arm comes inside your left foot. Inhale to a warrior 2. Shift forward and reverse your warrior on the exhale. Back to your warrior 2. Inhale to shift forward, reverse your warrior on the exhale. Straighten that front leg. Start to tilt forward and find your Trikonasana on the left side. Look towards your left toes, bend into your left knee. Swing your right arm down and around to hover over your right ears, extended side angle. Lift your left arm up to hover. Engage that core and flip to face the mat. Pivot your back heel. And release down to a wide leg forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Wipe any sweat from your face. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Bend into your left knee and to the right and back to the left. And release down to a forward fold. Pause here. And start to walk your hands to the right side of the mat as you bend into your right knee. Left toes towards the sky. Find Skandasana on the right side. Point and flex your toes. On the next breath, walk your hands towards the left side of the mat. Bend into your left knee. Point and flex your right toes here. Skandasana on the left side. Press into the mat as you shift your weight and flip towards the top of the mat. Find a runner's lunge. Pause here. Bring your right foot to meet the left into a forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Sit your hips back into a chair pose. Shift your weight to your left leg as you raise your right foot, cross over the right knee. Give yourself a hug. Right arm under, left arm over. Continue with the eagle of the arms. Find your full eagle. Breathe here as you rise, straighten the left leg, bend into that right knee, and start to tilt your weight forward. Extend the right leg back into a warrior three with eagle arms. You can release the bind, arms alongside you or at the center of your chest to Anjali Mudra. Bend into that left knee, drop your back foot, find a high lunge here. Release the arms down. Left foot meets the right to find a plank. Bend into your elbows. Release your full body down onto the mat. Inhale to a baby cobra. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up to a baby cobra. Exhale to lower down. Bring your arms out wide once again to a T. Tented fingers. Inhale to raise your chest up. Exhale to release back down. Place your arms in front of you to create a pillow for your forehead. Find your breath here. Feel the heart beating. Bring yourself back to your intention. You're doing a great job here. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes. Push up as you roll past a tabletop. Hips move towards your heels and find a child's pose. Take a deep inhale into your back, belly, chest, all the way to your tailbone, and exhale to release it all. Press up into your tabletop. Find some waves and circles with the hips. Again, notice where your body is and how you are feeling now in this moment as you find maybe some cat-cows. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale your right knee to your right wrist. Your right shin does not need to be parallel to the top of the mat. Find a comfortable position as you inhale your chest up and wiggle your back foot as far back as possible. Lean back, and on the exhale, start to fold over your right foot to a pigeon on the right side. You can place your forehead onto your arms or a block. Welcome any sensations here, using the breath to create space. Press back up on your exhale. Sit onto your right hip as you swing your left leg to the left side of the mat. Right foot touches your inner left thigh. Inhale your arms up. Look towards your left foot as you fold over the left leg. You can find your shin, ankle, or foot here. See if you can bring your belly towards your thigh or your forehead to knee. Find your breath here. Allow for gravity to work with you. You can point and flex your left foot. Inhale to sit up. Move your left foot to the center of the mat as you cross your right leg over your left thigh. You can wrap your left arm around your right knee. Twist towards the right, looking over your right shoulder. Right hand behind you. Breathe here. Release the wrap. Unwrap your foot. Cross your legs as you roll over your knees. Step back to a plank. Lift your hips up and back to a downward dog. Find your breath here as you roll forward to a plank. Lower your body down halfway, untuck the toes. Push up to an upward facing dog, thighs off the mat. Lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Heels move towards the mat. Press into all fingers. Inhale your left leg up and back. Left knee meets your left wrist as your left leg, the shin, can be parallel or anywhere in between your groin and the top of the mat. Extend your right leg back as you lean back to create some space. Start to walk your hands forward, creating a pillow with your arms, placing your forehead onto your arms or a block. Find your breath here. Press up. Sit your left hip onto the mat as you swing your right leg forward to the right side of the mat. The sole of your left foot touches the inner part of your right thigh. Inhale your arms up, look towards your right foot. Exhale to fold over your right leg. Again, your hands can wrap around the sole of your right foot or meet your ankle or shin. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of where your mind is going. Inhale to sit up. Move your right foot to the center of the mat as you cross your left leg over your right thigh. Wrap your right arm around your left knee. Place your left hand behind you as you look over your left shoulder. Extend the spine. On the exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Release the bind. Uncross your legs. Shift your glutes back as you extend both legs in front of you. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to fold over both legs. Hands to meet your feet, ankles, or shins. Feel the sensation underneath your legs, and your hamstrings, your quads, your hips. See how deep you can go into the fold. Inhale to rise. Shift your body towards the center of the mat as you lift both legs up to find a boat pose. Knees bent. Exhale to straighten the legs and lower down and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Bend into your knees. Place the soles of your feet onto the mat. Find your breath here. You've been doing amazing. Bring the heels to touch the tips of your fingers as you lift your hips up to a bridge. Press your arms into the mat. Engage the glutes. Squeeze the inner thighs. Maybe interlace your fingers underneath you and rise your hips a little bit higher. Press your soles of your feet into the mat. Exhale to lower down. Find your breath. Inhale to rise the hips one more time. If it's in your practice, find a full wheel. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Press into your hands. Pause with the top of your head on the mat as you press up into your full wheel. Find your breath here. And reverse the way that you came in. Release everything down. Cross your right leg over your left. Shift your hips to the right side as you bring your knees to the left side of the mat. Arms come out to goalposts or to a T as you look over your right shoulder. Breathe here. Allow for your spine to twist deeper. Inhale your knees back up. Cross your left leg over your right as you drop your right knees to the right, shifting your hips slightly to the left side of the mat. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale your knees back up. Uncross your legs. Take a breath here. Bring your knees towards your chest as you give yourself a hug. Maybe move your hips from side to side to massage your lower back. Find the soles of your feet with your hands as you raise them, bend into your knees. Your knees move towards your armpits to find a happy baby. Rock from side to side. Bring yourself back to your intention, back to your breath. You can take this moment to close out your practice with any other posture, any other pose that feels good to you in your body here. On your next breath, give yourself a tight squeeze. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat and windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Release the arms alongside you, release the legs down. along the mat. Take up space to find a Shavasana. Again, I invite you to shift your awareness to your breath, to what your intention is, and to notice how your body feels in this very moment. Notice your heart beating. Notice any sensations throughout your entire body. You can stay here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, or start to welcome some movement in your fingers and toes, coming back to your body. And then roll over to your favorite side and find a fetal position, resting your head onto the bottom arm. Take a moment to collect yourself. Take a moment to send gratitude to your body, to yourself for going through this full practice. On your next breath, place your top arm down onto the mat to help you press up into a comfortable seat. I thank you for allowing for me to guide you today in today's practice. We have a guest that just walked through the screen, Atena, and you can also see Lucrezia in the back. Again, today's practice was dedicated and intended to support you in your focus. If you feel comfortable, if you feel safe to do so, I invite you to close your eyes down and shift your awareness to your breath. Notice the air moving in and out through your nose. hope this practice served you well today. If you enjoyed it, I invite you to leave a comment down below. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe to this channel. Again, my name is Onye, and until next time, peace.